My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Aethermancer. Heading in on Mythic difficulty. I think Circuit, right? Circuit's my only zero. Oh, Circuit and Dark Elder. So Circuit is a Poison Shield Force character. Has Judgment as a signature trait. Aura, when one or more shielded allies get attacked, trigger Poison on the enemy, and apply Force to the attacked allies. Also, Circuit has a perk of Shield Generator 2, so whenever Circuit is attacked for the first time in a turn, that will trigger Judgment. And then we also have Dark Elder. Feed the Void gains Aging. When another allied minion dies, generate Wild Ether and applies X Terror to the enemy with the lowest amount of Terror, where X is the amount of age on this monster. Admittedly, I really do want to run a minion build. I haven't really gotten to do a minion build that feels like it really takes appropriate advantage. I don't know if Minakawa is a minion-related character, but I'm certain I would be able to get enough minion-related characters in order to make a Dark Elder build. That said, there's also stuff I want to do, like Jotun Shifted here. Rime Wind Shifted. This is a tank, poison, and shield monster, so you can obviously see how this would overlap with Circuit. Rime Wind Shifted, whenever damage is dealt to this monster's shield, deals a combined Earth Wind hit to the attackers with that much damage. Damn. You've even got a roar, and you've got poison damage +1. Oh boy. Alright, just because I did a poison run last run, surely a completely different poison run, a heal poison run, but for variety's sake, I'm gonna hit this Dark Elder. Let's confirm you as a starter, and you are Lotta. Let's go. So now, obviously, I'll be looking for other characters who care about minions, but also, care about age is gonna be relevant as well. Care about Terra, a little less so, one imagines. If I had the shifted Hecatonchirus, maybe I'd be able to overlap that there. Ugh, the Grimoire shifted does have summon. It does have minions as a subtype, but the reason that it has minions as a subtype is because its Living Tome ability can summon minions. And a lot of the time, the minion abilities are less powerful than what you otherwise could have done. You are low priority, friend. Psychic power, heal, weakness, Circuit. Heal, regeneration, terror. Oh, Amit! There we go. We'll take you, I think. Tank, summon with regeneration. You have Glutton as an ability. Regeneration heals this monster for 10% of its max health, which you have a lot of max health. That's also rounded up, doesn't trigger at the start of the turn. On action, or from this monster or its minions. Trigger regeneration on self and deal a Earthfire hit to target enemy equal to the healed amount. Now, this game tends to allow overheals to still count for the same amount, so if I was only missing 1 health and then I healed for 10 on an attack, I'm still going to be doing 10 additional damage. Yeah, we're absolutely taking out it. You are very right for this party. We might even be able to get like a tank age related ability on Amit as well. Which, oh boy, if only. There we go. Took a while to get that wall down. Hello, Tibbs. How are you going?
Did Gustavo? I'm Sir Tiberian, a knight, a noble, and might I add, a powerful knight. That name is just outrageous! I'm certainly fine with just Tiberian, but Tibbs? That is simply unfitting. I mean, it's a cute name, don't get me wrong. Don't tell him I said that.
Hell yeah, buddy. Blade, rare, crit chance, 15%, heal generator, at the start of your turn, heal self for 3. We probably get a lot more value out of the Scepter here. End of your turn, applies 1 temporary power to self, and on action has a 20% chance to also apply power to self. Lotta, you don't have a free action, so it doesn't necessarily have a better placement on you. And Amit, you've got redirect regeneration, summon fire lots. So the only problem is that, yes, you redirect damage to yourself. The only problem is when you take direct damage, you lose essence on your minions. How exactly does that work? Minion. There we go. Essence. Whenever an attached monster takes 5 or more unshielded damage from an attack, a minion's essence is consumed. So if we put redirect on you, you're still going to take a hit. Little bit unfortunate. We'll have to find a way to manage that as well. And Lotta, you don't even have direct damage. Okay, yeah, this is got to be on an app. Poison Tank Affliction on offer there if I want to capture an ooze. There we go, Corruption Pond. This is a fair one to complain about. That Corruption Pond is way too early. Am I ready to remove 12 corruption from all my creatures? Absolutely not. First off, let's get up here, then... Ooh, our type coverage is really bad. I literally didn't even think about that. Lotta and Amit are both Earth Fire. That is going to cause a problem. I may need to have to change one of you. Unless the other one that I get is, Wind Water. It's kind of unlikely, I think. Okay, so... In terms of hits that I can do to enemies, I'm literally incapable of directly attacking. I have to summon minions. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not really going to be able to focus on Tuttle early, because I can stagger the Cockatrice, I can't stagger Tuttle. Literally at all. I do not have water damage. Thankfully, summoning this Fire Lance causes an attack, which then also causes regeneration trigger, which then causes another attack. And... Ooh. I like that attack. That's a good one. I gotta make sure every battle I use Sprout at least once, because it comes with 1 permanent additional max HP for our character. You're gonna be attacking the top. I could sack something in order to shield and heal through this. I suspect that's actually the correct answer. Yeah, I'll sack that minion. Gave 2 terror to the enemy. Their damage is no. And now we can focus on attacking. So how do we get additional value out of minions on board? It's simple. All we need... Ooh, that went pretty well there for a second. It's simple. All we need is those minions, or rather the owner of those minions, to take more associated actions. So Sidekick would also be a really good hit for us. Actually, you know who's Water, Wind, and Sidekick? Shifted Sphinx. Shifted Sphinx is that. I see a possibility for a Shifted Sphinx in our future. Oh. Whenever this monster applies a debuff to an enemy, 15% chance to apply another version of the same debuff. I mean, I'll put that on Lotta, but it doesn't really need to be there. There's also no lurker lurking on this level. I should target Tuttle first, just because the ooze does retaliatory poison here. But it's going to be really difficult to stagger it. Oh, I get to summon both minions on turn 1. That's going to help, though. How help is that going to much? Actually, I've come to think that it's not going to help much at all, especially because I can't target who my minions try to attack at the moment. Well, at least I didn't lose any essence on my minions. Gosh. Oh, that'll do it. I can sprout for some damage against the bottom line Earth, as well as the extended Earth hit. Yeah. And then, as long as I attack, the Earth Lance will take out the ooze. Handy. Okay, we're fine. Probably should have leapt on the ooze to admit to begin with, but we are fine. Damn. This sprout does a lot of damage. I can't believe I am about to finally unlock the first auras. I know I'd say finally, despite the fact that we are, 11 minutes into the episode, but this is where it really starts. This is where it begins. Apply aging. We already have aging. For every 3 age, apply 1 power to self. Blind enemies with terror have a 15% chance to miss each hit. Whenever an enemy misses a hit, apply terror to them. Eldritch Horror, gain aging. You already have aging. But for every 3 age, apply terror stacks to the enemy with the lowest amount of terror equal to the amount of age on all allies. That's not bad. I mean, it's some additional terror application, and terror application is going to be really important. I'm going to take it. It's specifically terror application is going to be really important in terms of giving us the ability to stagger our enemies, because our allies, our minions rather, at the moment especially, later in the game we can get multi-type minions, but at the moment our minions deal a single ether, like fire, water, earth, which means they are very narrow in their targeting of poise damage on enemies. However, with wild damage, we're doing all poise damage at the same time. And we do wild damage when we hit an enemy and have terror. Grim Servitude. On action from an allied minion, consume 1 essence on that minion to apply 5 terror to the target enemy. Impactful summoning. When this monster summons a minion, deal a 3 damage hit of the minion's elements to all enemies. I do want that, but I want that in addition to a bunch of other summoning related traits. Summon Mastery. Aura. Minion damage plus 1. This monster can have 1 additional minion attached to it. On attack from this monster or its minions, trigger regeneration on stuff. Yeah, giving you more minions allows you to double dip on your main trait in a way that, like, oh, did I select it? I selected it, right? Did I select the correct one? Yes. Okay, good. It allows you to double dip on Glutton in a way that Feed the Void, it just asks for an allied minion to die. That can happen whenever. Although I will note that there was losing essence on a minion to apply terror would have also definitely stacked with that. Oh. On support action, convert a random ether into wild ether, which we only take support actions on Amit. And wild generator plus 1. Basic attacks generate 1 additional wild ether. Actually, maybe that goes on Lotta. Lotta, you gotta take. Lotta gotta take this. Yeah, because even sacrifice, yay! But wait, are we going to do basic attacks with Amit more often? Because we're going to want to use Lotta to summon additional Earth Lancers? Alright, Amit. You can take it. You convinced me. I've come around near at the very end. Envoy, I'll take a random APC. Sure. Hug Monster, Burn Tank Affliction, or Poison Tank Affliction, or especially interested, Sidekick is relevant to me. Not going to be taking Nyx. Again, Sidekick is relevant to me. Is it relevant enough? Well, Sidekick, Critical, and Purge. You don't give Sidekick to your allies, but you do have a type in Sidekick that allows you to do some stuff like that later. I want to re-roll here, but admittedly, I could take Cold Heart and it would probably be okay right now. Maybe I should save the re-roll for only a situation where I absolutely don't have anyone that I would want to take in any way, shape, and or form. Because, like, this is good. This is good damage. But wait, you're not going to have a minion on you. But you can apply Sidekick to other characters depending on the actions you get. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to take Cold Heart right now. And then in the future, because this covers type coverage as well, in the future, I'm going to continue looking for the Sphinx. And I may even use a reroll at some point to force that. It is fascinating how Walpertinger can copy other monsters' actions just by seeing them. Yours is certainly no exception. Was that why you picked it? Among other factors, yes. Eagle Eyes is a good trait, don't get me wrong. But I also like its other qualities. Or Walpertinger in general, you could say. I can imagine, yes. Pick an artifact. Shield all allies for 10. Yeah. In a world where it's going to be a little difficult for me in my current party to generate shielding for anyone ever, that could be handy. Give Ether Crystals, receive gold. I'll absolutely do that every time now. I literally have thousands of the things. I can't get rid of them fast enough. Oh! The Lurk has no more questions to ask us. Says, I have no more questions to ask you. Thank you as well. It's always been a delight.
Likewise. I'll be waiting, as always. Farewell.
Sick. So I don't even have to answer any more of your questions at this point. You just give me the goods. Which, I guess, are your teeth. Oh, I can stack a topsail. Great. Wasn't even thinking about it, but yeah, with Walper on the body, that's easy to do. Interesting. I'm going to summon an Earthlance to Amit so that I can use Regeneration on turn 1 and hit that additional attack. And then we'll Bubble Trick for the stagger. Oh boy. That was a lot of instances of 5 damage. My poor guy. I'll summon myself a second minion. And then one of them attacks, so I attack again, and then one of them attacks, so I attack again. It's pretty good. This Earthlance staggers the enemy ooze on top line. And perfect. Wind Kick immediately destroys the tonsil. I mean, damn, do you gotta? That's a lot of corruption damage on my Amit, friend. Easy Wind Kick, and then I'm gonna kill you by sprouting. So faster minion summoning for Amit, your first minion summoned a turn becomes a free action would be really good, and then additional ether generation so I can pay for the minion summons as quickly as possible. That's the first two things I'm thinking of looking at. So shifted Orthrus there. It's a full map. Oh, I haven't even fought these guys up here yet. Yeah, I'll still follow. I'll still go for the Tatzel rather. Wow. I'm gonna take this opportunity to summon a second Lance on the first turn. Even leaves me with enough to do a bubble trick. Great little sprout there. Now, is there a way for me to, like, see how much essence there is on my attached minions? Oh, yeah, hovering over the character. It's one each. Cool. So that's a perfect time to sack one of them. Unfortunately, it looks like I can't really choose which of them gets sacked. That's okay, though. I guess I don't really need to know. In that instance where there's one on each, it'll matter more in the future where, you know, we have a character, we have one very powerful minion and one very weak minion attached. Okay, a decent amount of terror on all these enemies is going to make for a very easy approach here. Just more Earth Lance. More Fire Lance. Unfortunately, since none of my creatures are currently directly attacking the enemy, all of my sidekick is just getting stored up on Cold Heart and not used. Realistically, our sidekick creature needs to be able to give sidekick to others on the board, not itself. Perfect. Sprout to gain some regeneration, and then spend that regeneration for extra damage on these minion attacks. Yeah, that's huge. Come on, Coltard. Incredible Aura. Allies gain 15% crit chance. Yeah. Helping Winds. For every 3 wind ether consumed by allies, you are my only wind character. Apply Psychic to self. Also not the target that wants Psychic. Ether Fiend. When this monster purchases or steals ether, generate an additional ether of the same element. This takes 1 more damage from all hits. I either don't take any of these, or I take one of them and I just accept the fact that Cold Heart's going to get rerolled in the future. I need to keep these reroll skills. So I'm going to let you take Aether Fiend, which admittedly is useful. It's just I don't think it really has like a long-term position in this party. Yeah, probably the one that plays weakness. I mean, if I have the ability to double summon Lancers on the first turn, ram it. I think the correct answer is to do so. Right, gets that max HP. And takes out Walper. Now these creatures are ripe for the sacrifice. Maybe it always sacrifices the most southerly of the creatures. We'll have to keep watching that to make sure. Oh, hell yeah. I was about to say, if one of these crits, then we're going to stagger the Authoress. And then it did. Thank you, Coltart. That 25% base crit chance coming in clutch. Okay, right. I was wondering what would happen if I targeted that. I don't have any minions for it to hit. With only a single Authoress on the board, all I really have to do is wait. You'll die pretty soon. That's a lot of Wild Ether as well. I also have a slight interest, I guess, in regeneration. Because regeneration is also the ammo for Amit to be able to do the glutton damage. Wow. That's Eon Shield. Shields all allies for 2/6 and then applies age to all allies with age. I feel like I should take that. There's also Mud Tide, 2/5, Water Earth against all enemies, heals all allies with age for 2/6, and Fire Totem. Instead of a Lance, which does damage, this is a Totem, which shields self and generates Fire Ether on usage. Which admittedly, that having some Ether generation is really good as well. Eon Shield's very expensive, and I don't have any other allies with age. Never mind, I'll take the Fire Totem at the moment. Oh, I really want to use the Thorns retaliates. Deal a 2/4 Earth Water attack against the enemy, free action. Oh, no, it's dissolve. Wait, hang on. Feed the Void says, whenever another allied minion dies, generate Wild Ether and apply it. So you don't even have to be the one that sacrifices them, which means dissolve. Target generates 5 random ether. Sacrifice the minion attached to target ally with the lowest essence free action is probably one of my most efficient actions possible. It generates 5 random ether and a wild ether, and it hits an enemy for terror. That's great. That's great. Got the ether spring for my corruption removal, maybe? Dodge, heal, and terror. You also have water and wind coverage, Matthew, which makes you much more appealing here. Oh! 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 Fire and water coverage in Eloise, which admittedly, we lose wind coverage. That's okay. You also have the types summon, regeneration, and burn. You stack additional regeneration. You also have a perk of ether +1, so you're generating additional ether at the start of the turn. On action, if the action didn't consume cooking stacks, apply cooking yourself from regeneration to the ally with the lowest amount of regeneration, and you summon fire totems. Yeah. I think this is it. I think we found the party that takes Eloise back. I was really hoping to build an entire party with you as the starter. And I'm probably still going to want to do that in the future. Maybe for the heal regeneration side of this, but let's do the minion side. Oh, hell yeah. I am so sorry, Coltart. But this had to happen. Massive regeneration. This monster gains +2 max health for every level it has. It gains 1 more health from regeneration for every 25 max health. I think that's really good on Amit, specifically because Amit's Glutton does damage related to a percentage of his max health. Impactful summoning. When this monster summons a minion, deal a 3 damage hit of this minion's elements to all enemies. Regenerated Prime for every 3 consumed regeneration stacks. Note, Glutton consumes regeneration stacks. It triggers them, but the triggering of that regeneration stack consumes it as well. Apply power to the ally with the least amount of power. Admittedly, that's often going to put power on allies that either can't or don't attack. Maybe Regenerated Prime isn't good here. I was walking my way towards saying, and this one's ridiculous. It does give us additional scaling in the middle of the fight, admittedly. It's just only a third of that scaling hits Amit, the character who probably wants it the most. And then we're also not doing base attacks as much. So if I'm not doing base attacks, when am I really benefiting from that additional power? I'm liable to reroll. Oh, that's it. Okay. So long-lived. Whenever regeneration stacks are applied to an ally, apply an additional stack. The healing regeneration stacks is reduced by 1. However, it doubles the amount of regeneration stacks that Amp has access to. Sure, it might decrease the instance of healing of them, but regeneration bypasses that on Amit and instead heals for 10% of its max health rounded up. It's long-lived, 100%. Grim Servitude is also really impactful now. On action from any allied minion, consume 1 essence of that minion to apply 5 terror to the target enemy. Admittedly, I do think at this point, that would be incredible in this party. I just think that I need long-lived more first. Ooh, thank you for not offering me the experience, because I 100% would auto-take that. Purifying. At the end of combat, cleanse 1 corruption from all of your monsters, or equipment. Boon. Equipment from random loot drops, has a 35% chance to be of the higher tier. Give me Purifying Boon. I got a lot of corruption already. Well, I mean, who's base attacking? Who's, like, just hitting with their hands? I guess Amit might end up doing it. And generating additional Fire Ether is probably the correct one, given the amount of fire summons that we have at the moment. Shifted Tartsel down there. Pretty scary stuff. Shifted Cockatrice up here as well. I'm gonna hit... oh, Lotta, obviously. This gives worthiness, so we should... There we go. Be able to get our first level of worthiness here. Debuff mitigation +1, as well as 1 experience. I definitely need to take out the Cockatrices first. I don't know which Cockatrice my minions are going to want to attack. Give it an Earth Lance. Give it a Fire Totem. What's that spell? Oh boy. Do I dissolve? Do I dissolve it to get the... I think so. So I dissolve the Earth Totem immediately, getting a bunch of Ember, as well as converting some Ember into Wild. And then I can summon a Flame Lance on top. Okay, Glutton only triggers when the... Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Glutton only triggers when the allied minion attacks as its action rather than defends. So fire totems aren't really good on Amit. We want lances on you. Dissolve it and get a giant amount of wild energy as a result. That's pretty good. Oh man. They're really seeking to attack my top line this turn. That's wild. I can stagger the Cockatrice though, so I'll be okay. Mm-hmm. There's that Cockatrice stagger. Yeah, fire totem because it can. Yeah, I forgot that was being redirected. Let's give you a second Earth Lance. Then I'll sacrifice the lowest health Earth Lance, doing damage as well. From the remaining one. You can summon another Fire Lance for some good additional damage. For each. Perfect. This burn should do enough damage when that Cockatrice tries to take its action, because of the 50% more damage it has from being staggered, such that the enemy dies before it even gets to hit me. Worked out well. I need someone else to be able to place regeneration on Amit. Be much better for the setup. God, I generate so much wild ether. That's truly wild. There you go. Give him another Earth Lance, and then I'm simply just gonna heal him dead. Hell yeah. Healed him right to death. Blade. Sure, Eloise, you can have 10% crit chance. Neither of us thinks you're really going to use it. You're here for summoning. Gotta be one of the Walpers. I don't remember if it should be shifted Walper first, though. I'm sure they're relatively equivalent in how scary they are. Thank you for giving me a minion to dissolve. Summon a Fire Lance myself. I suspect 10 shielding for all allies is probably a really good action here, considering the quite aggressive actions that Ooze is about to take with a poison wave against all of us. Yeah. Oh boy. Not what you want to see an Ooze do on turn 1, especially if you don't have the ability to prevent it. I think it's probably worth me recognizing at this point that I'm not particularly powerful yet. God, that's another poison wave. And again, that's a pretty tough target for me to manage right now. I'm gonna have you sack your own minion. Some good healing and AoE out of that. And summoning this Fire Lance, I can get some really good damage on Tatzel on top. Can't take it out, though. I don't think there's burn damage on top of that. Yeah. I don't think that that burn damage. Oh boy. Dark Elder is one off of dying this turn. This is what happens when my minions do not want to target the most worrying enemy. Are you kidding me? The Ooze is going to be another huge problem this turn, and none of my minions want to do anything about it. Oh, never mind. Oh, that's absolute godsend. The Sprout gives me enough regeneration that we get enough additional damage here for our minions to take out not one, but two Tuttle Worms. I'm gonna Monster Flask for some healing, throw out even more healing with the Sacrifice. Getting a bunch more terror on the enemy as well, which is going to be really relevant later. Okay, we're all good. I mean, like, none of this was comfortable. This was a really rough fight. This guy poison waved us every turn. And I'm pretty sure that I don't survive another turn if I needed one. I actually do more damage by regenerating here. Uh-oh. I didn't think about how Dark Elder had already taken its action for the round. I was ready to Monster Flask it. Alright, we're in another run where I've got a squishy party at the very start. They have... I mean, squishy party except for Amit, obviously. I have lost one of my party members, so I've lost my free revive that you get once per run. Yeah, I'm pretty terrified. Oh, baby, absolutely. Debuff mitigation +1, sure. I'll replace the blade with one that also has some debuff mitigation. Why would I do that? +5 max health. Honestly, I'm gonna pop that on Amit. Yes, I recognize the rest of my party is squishy as well, but also Amit does damage based on that, and I like damage. Do I want the witch? I don't think I need Eldritch Horror for wild application. I think it's probably one of our weakest traits at the moment. I want the witch. Let's go to the witch. Oh, Lily. I mean, look, I'll look, just in case. Nope. None of you are the shifted Sphinx. Blind, no. Aura, whenever wild damage hits staggers an enemy, purge one enemy ether and apply 5 terror to each other enemy. Eh. And decay gains aging. No. I'm gonna reroll here. I may be absolutely hot out of luck, unfortunately. Oh, Protective Servitude. On action from an allied minion, consume 1 essence of that minion to heal and shield its attached monster by 5. Yes, please. We need defense, and we need some access to shielding in this party. That gives us both. Oh, really? This is gonna be a tough fight. Please just don't kill Lothar. Please. Come on, I'm asking nicely. Ish. I'm asking nicely-ish. You know, if I'm honest, I feel like I should probably have both of my other units just generate their own fire totems right now. Gives us additional fire ether, helps us pay for stuff. That's cool. All fine, all well within regulation. Oh wow, all of that's just going on Amit. So Amit needs as many minion attacks as possible this turn, because then I can super heal and super shield. Yeah, literally just summoning the Fire Lance will do that. God, if only I could give him sidekick. I'm gonna hit the shielding dust this turn. I recognize this is not the worst possible turn, but I do really want to try and keep those lances alive, so not taking too much damage here is a pretty high priority. 5, 5, 5, 5. Damn, so this second hit is gonna take some essence from us. Yikes, yeah, that was not just essence. A whole lot of health as well. Yeah, 1 essence on each of our creatures at the moment. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna sack one of you. Gaining a bunch of Ember. Ether, rather. Then the other one attacks. Great. Then I'll summon an Earth Lance for you. And then you can summon your own Fire Lance. Who gave this crocodile 2 guns? This crocodile's supposed to have a 1-gun maximum, you hear me? Yeah, I gotta make sure these other totems stay up. Stop. Attack him. He's so poor. He's so poorly. He's got the 15 weakness. Attack someone else, dang it. Literally, he's only targeting... Oh, good lord. I mean, is this a good thing or a bad thing for me that he's only targeting one exact creature the entire time? I'm gonna summon a fire totem for him, and then I'm gonna give you an earth totem as earth lance as well. The earth lance goes above the fire totem. Both of them have 5 essence at the moment. I will sack the earth totem. Never mind, that hit the lance. That's the opposite of what I wanted to do, but at least I've got some more shielding, so kind of levels out a bit. A bit. That's stupid. That's so much damage. I'm probably dead to this next deco then. Nope, that's only a 2-hit. I sincerely need you to consider targeting another one of my allies. Otherwise, I am, mincemeat. Literally? Literally, Warden, what the hell are you doing? For the last 8 attacks, you have exclusively targeted Amit. I'm not even using redirect, and that's intentional. Please? I am currently screwed. This is about as bad as it gets. Enemy has so much terror on them. All I want to do is make you die. Why are you not okay with that? So, like, 4x13? I mean, I guess you're not gemstone crashing me every turn, at least. But good lord, if you are not using one of your most powerful attacks absolutely every single turn. Dissolve isn't really going to help me. I'm going to have to give you a fire totem. I'm going to have to heal you, and then I'm going to have to let you attack. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that despite having 75 health here, oh my god. Just not dead. This can't go on any longer. You absolute clown. You're only not targeting me with Volcanic Guard because literally you can't. That's the only reason you're not doing it. I can see you. I can see straight through you. God, I need a way to give this guy more regen. Monster Flask for the healing. I'm gonna throw Burning Soup at you. Boiling Soup, rather. For 20 stacks of burn. Enemy has Volcanic Guard. I don't think they can retaliate to my minion attacks. So I think as long as I... Oh, God. The enemy took burn damage, so they immediately triggered the Volcanic Guard. That's so annoying. I bet they can retaliate to minion attacks then. I don't know what's going on with this Warden, but he absolutely has a death wish. And it's not for himself. it's for Amit. Yeah. It's gotta be that dissolve. Unfortunately, there's 0% chance we survive the next. Can't believe it. I'm mad. I'm actually mad. I'm sincerely quite deeply frustrated by this. Oh well, things happen. I literally have to rebuild my party. Like, Eloise is here because Amit was here. Oh. Quicken summoning. If this monster is not yet used a free action this turn, it can use the summoning action as a free action. Yeah, sure. Immersion. Apply 3 regeneration to target ally, then trigger all regeneration stacks on them at once. I can't even look at what Glutton would have done with that. Forever Suit. 4x4 can water fire against target enemy. Good. Consumes all cooking to apply 1 age to all allies with age for each consumed stack. That's something. Do I need to, like, turn this into an age build suddenly of some kind? Reign of Life, though, heals all allies 4x5, applies 2 regeneration to all allies. I can't turn that down. I don't, damn it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. It feels like I'm already dead, and I just don't know it yet. How can I not let that be the case? I suppose dodge heal Terra, maybe? Matthew, we'll take you to fill out the party at the moment. Live and Learn, Retaliate, applies 1 dodge and 2 regeneration rather to self. Triggers up to once per turn. I mean, I don't want that on you. Blind, enemies with Terror have a 15% chance to miss each hit. I like that. Chilling Trap. Also, if they miss, they gain a Terror. Chilling Trap applies 2 dodge to target ally. On Retaliate, oh, 2 dodge to target ally is really good because then they'll miss and then they'll get Terror. And on Retaliate, apply 5 Terror to the enemies. That's a lot of Terror. Yeah. Chilling Trap's great there. Unfortunately, ideally, I get to replace you instantly with... I don't know if the game can give me an Amit immediately after I just lost my Amit. what I heard. Yucky. Disgusting. I'm gonna reroll here looking for something that I can use. What could I do to try and reform this party? I've got dodge, I've got burn in here. Maybe I replace Lotta? God, I really don't want to do that, but I do want to give myself a chance to succeed. You're a monster chef with long-lived. You give out additional regeneration stacks. No one in the party cares about those regeneration stacks at the moment, unfortunately. Can I dodge tank very effectively here, maybe? Roll shield cell for 2x3, so that's... Yeah, Nyx is the damage version. Tank burn dodge, tank burn shields. I guess I should probably go out of those tank burn dodge. And unfortunately that would replace Lotta. I tried so hard to make this build. Ugh. Shadow Meld. Whenever an ally attacks an enemy with 3 or more terror, I don't apply terror that much anymore. I mean, Chilling Trap is going to be really good for it, at least. Whenever an ally attacks an enemy with 3 or more terror, apply dodge to that ally. Start a turn, and on dedicated support action, apply 1 dodge to self and shield each ally for 2. You don't take dedicated support actions, you take support actions. Dedicated support actions need to take a turn. Rising Fire, whenever burn triggers on an enemy, apply burn to the enemy with the lowest amount of burn. I don't have a way to make burn trigger a bunch of times. I can apply a single large amount of burn. I'm going to take Shadow Meld. We're going to look at this, like, Terror Dodge subtype. I'm the furthest thing from confident in this run. I am very keen to see how I might be able to bring this around in the next area, because right now, I'm terrified. Tome. Single target attack. Apply weakness, crit chance, minion damage up +1. Not really that relevant, but some weakness is nice. And I guess we get single target attacks out of Nyx. And then we also have a banner, an epic banner, 10% crit chance and 10% evasion for all allies, pretty good. Earth generator +1, wind damage +1, sure, that goes on Matthew, then Tome goes on Nyx. I'll take a blank memento because I'll always have wanted one if I didn't have one. Purge to enemy ether, that's very valuable. I'd love to be able to use that when I need it. Bonus experience, please help me level up my characters that are currently weak as hell. Never mind, everyone's going to be exactly 1 level away from leveling up because I now want to take another artifact to help level out our battles a little bit. It'll be debuff mitigation. There we go, +5 max health on all of our creatures, and we are set up to go into the next area. I am terrified. We'll have to see if we can find something to right these wrongs in the next episode. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game? You better believe it's been Aethermancer. Top left is a series playlist for all my content on the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thank you and a special thanks this episode to Lotta. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.